Until recently, scientists were confident that they knew why birds sang. It was easily explained by Charles Darwin's theory of sexual selection. That is, that females will only mate with males that have interesting or complex song types because that is a signal of their quality. And in turn, males will evolve their song in line with these female preferences. Now, this theory wasn't particularly inclusive of females because it didn't need to be. Females were obviously quieter than males, and they weren't singing to attract mates. And therefore, scientists assumed that song in female birds was both rare and functionless. But here's the thing. It makes sense that we noticed that males were singing because they're trying to be noticed. They're trying to attract mates. By contrast, female birds usually spend more time at the nest, which is a context in which you really don't want to draw attention to yourself. And thus, for us to realize that female birds sang required us to stop and listen. But we didn't do that. Not until 2014 did a team of scientists realize that not only do female birds sing, but that the very first female bird possessed song. Thus, overnight, this idea of sexual selection acting on males as a catch-all reason for why birds sang was dashed. And that's because female birds also sing, but they're not singing to attract mates. So what are they using their song and vocalizations for, and how did they evolve? I've been trying to address these questions using the superb lyrebird as a model species. Males are famous for their spectacular song, including mimicry, which they use to attract females. But females also sing, and they mimic, and they're the only ones to provide care to their offspring without any help from a male, providing a unique opportunity to observe female-specific behaviours. Using a combination of in-field experiments and observations at the nest, I discovered that female lyrebirds use mimicry almost exclusively in the context of predators at the nest. Additionally, when confronted with different predator types, females are able to adjust the amount and type of mimicry that they use in response. So what does all this mean? Well, firstly, it indicates that mimicry in female lyrebirds did not evolve to be pretty, but rather is likely a functional behavioural trait that is very important to the survival of females and her offspring. When you spend a lot of time at the nest being confronted with different predators, the ability to use vocalizations to deter those predators is likely very important to your survival and the survival of your offspring. Secondly, it indicates that while males and females may have the same traits, that does not mean these traits have evolved by the same processes. And that is because males and females are fundamentally different. Finally, and most importantly, the story of female lyrebirds and of female birds in general serves as a reminder that while science is supposed to be objective, it is not immune to bias or assumption. We really do need to stop and listen, otherwise we may only get half of the story. Thank you.